Hello. So, I had to go back to some earlier chapters because there were two of the Laganapes that I didn't get. I apparently missed them. So, I got them now. Alright, so let's get back to Emily. Alright, so we've just started chapter 3, and we're at Tarawea now. Let's see, anything else in here? Doesn't look like it.
There's something missing.
Alright, welcome to the library.
The great library.
There's something missing. What's this?
Oh. I guess this is just where a Laganape would be. But because I already got it with Carnby, there's nothing here. Alright.
It's the Dark Man.
Okay, is that it for the dark man chasing us? I think it might be.
Ah, here we go. It was in the hot autumn that I went through the night with the restless crowds. He was a kind of itinerant showman who held forth in public halls and aroused widespread fear. The New Orleans address of the event is lost, but I remember distinctly the Prext shipping company pressing their contribution.
Emily!
Please, no.
I hope you found what you were looking for, Emily. I fear there is no going back.
He's in my head, Juan. His breath replacing mine.
You should not have come, Emily.
He didn't make her try to shoot herself, like he did with Carnby.
Well, if it isn't my new best friend. Come, join me for some giggle water.
Ruth?
Oh, Miss Hartwood, don't tell me you've been out swinging without me.
Ruth, what is this place? Where are we?
Have you never been to the Maccabean before? Goodness me. Tell me, Miss Hartwood, have you ever considered going out for an evening?
Are we in New Orleans?
Oh, who can tell anymore? I just went inside the grand parlor and suddenly here I am.
The Grand Parlor? Can I get back to Derceto from here?
Are you sure you want to? We could stay here and drink the night away. How about a gin fizz?
If this is New Orleans, maybe I should go further. Find that magic show the book was talking about. But there was no address, just Prigg's shipping company.
Oh, is this about where Jeremy met the Dark Man?
How do you know about that?
Jeremy talked a lot about the Dark Man. I always felt a bit envious.
How so?
If an all-powerful entity showed me any interest, I'd at least hear him out. I'm sure he has plenty to offer.
I don't think you'd want that, Ruth. You're too sweet for such darkness.
Oh, please. What kind of blue nose do you take me for? I relish the darkness. I think it suits me.
You don't happen to know how to find the Prigg's shipping company, do you?
Of course. Their office is just over there.
That's a really cool transition.
Whoa, what happened?
You just got lucky. A bientôt, Mademoiselle Emily.
A bientôt.
Hey, do you know where my uncle is?
No, but I bet you're close.
New Orleans lies southwest of Derceto, along the great Mississippi River. It's Old Town, the French Quarter, or the Vieux Carré. is home of the proud and often rich Creoles. Wrapped around this center, you will find a large and eclectic city full of people, including the most mundane dock workers, reckless gangsters, jazz-crazed flappers, and of course, the mysterious voodoo people. At night, you can stand on the lakeside of Derceto and watch New Orleans glow like embers on the horizon. Asleep, with an exercised mind, Yermi filtered these words from Derceto's gangrenous ground. Ever their praises, and abundance to the black goat of the woods. Hear us, mother, and take pity on us. Accept our sacrifice, and judge our worth. Ia, Shubnigrath. Ia, Shubnigrath. The black goat of the woods with 1,000 young.
Alright, so we definitely need to complete this set here. It's actually for the secret ending. And then this one is for Emily's bad ending.
It was in the hot autumn.
Craig's Shipping Company. According to the book, I don't know where to go. What's this?
Okay, I guess there's nothing else of interest over here.
There has to be another way inside. Maybe I can move all that junk out of the way with the crane.
Alright. Wait, is that something I can... It is. Good. Good. Give me more flares. Those are useful.
All done.
Okay, they shouldn't follow me in here. Well, okay, he will, I guess. Dang it. I guess there's nothing in this first area anyway. Let's just get out of here. You son of a bitch! I don't have the supplies to deal with this. I said I don't have the supplies to deal with this. Alright, well, extra shotgun shell. Yeah, thanks for fixing my hammer. Is there even any point to coming down here? I don't think there is.
All right. I made it inside the warehouse. Now let's find that address.
Okay, so it was another 4 and not a 9.
Gotta go many.
This is it. The address
What?
to the theater where Jeremy first met the Dark Man.
This wasn't supposed to happen. That's weird. Table stuck? This is a glitch. Okay. That was really bizarre. Alright, any other goodies in here? Doesn't seem like it.
Looks like the fog cleared up.
Right. No, doesn't look like there's anything else around here.
Emily didn't recognize this part of town. She didn't even know if it was a real address she had found. Did Gallatin Street exist, or was it something Jeremy had made up? As she closed in on the address, she began to worry. Would she meet Jeremy there, or was she running into the arms of the Dark Man himself? Why couldn't Ruth come with her and help her out, Emily thought. She really didn't want to be alone anymore. At least Emily was back in New Orleans again, in front of the warehouse of the Prext Shipping Company. According to the book in the library, she should find the address to where Jeremy first met the Dark Man.
You shouldn't have come.
Don't say that. You needed my help.
All I wanted was to keep people away from Derceto. Especially you, Emily. You're the only one in the family who forgave me for choosing old age over death.
Father still cares for you? He is paying for your treatment at Derceto.
To get rid of me! That's the only reason anyone's at Derceto. Someone in the family thought you were becoming an embarrassment.
Help me get you out of this mess, Jeremy. I want to take you away.
Your father would send me right back.
What if I take you up north, to Kingsport? I know Mother still has family up there. I've been thinking about going for a while now.
I haven't been to Massachusetts in years. I still paint from memory, you know? That old lighthouse makes for a great motif. Your father and I would go almost every summer. Then when our great-uncle died, we stopped going back.
What is there to be done about the Dark Man? He's the one holding you back, right? You feel like you can't leave without paying your debt to him.
The Dark Man has been with me since I was 12 years old. He was standing right on that stage right over there. For a brief moment, his gaze held mine. And that was it. I recognized him for what he was. The Hartwood curse embodied in flesh. I thought it was my turn, but I was only there to be mocked. Instead, his attention moved on to my father sitting next to me. I turned to him and saw his face. The whitest shade of pale I've ever seen. He bit off his tongue that night and suffocated.
That's in line with what
What can
happened
be
in
done,
the first game.
Please.
There's a way. 2 ways to be exact. One worse than the other. A written contract, now buried inside his sunken temple.
Don't you remember what it said?
I don't want to.
Try, Jeremy. What did the contract say?
No, we can't. We can't let New Orleans suffer that blight. I have to make this sacrifice.
What are you talking about? Is this the thing from the bayou? Juan said something.
There he goes.
Okay, so there is a way to break the pact at least. Hidden somewhere inside the Dark Man's temple. I just need to find it. Somehow.
Pisces, Gemini. So 5. 2, 2, 5, 2, 5, 8, I think. Yep, there we go. Off we go to Egypt land.
Yeah.
Oh, I can just go back for some reason. Interesting.
Emily was in a cold and cruel desert. As her feet pushed into the ancient dunes, her mind flickered to the beach in Kingsport, where the shadow of the tall lighthouse crossed the coast like a needle. It seemed so much more sinister than it should. A temple dedicated to the Dark Man, she thought. How is this worth pursuing? This is madness.
Oh.
Shit. Actually, you know what? I don't want to mess with you. So I'm not going to.
The temple of Nephron.
Okay, you can do this, Emily. It's the constellation Taurus. I've seen this in a dream, but as a shallow pit of darkness. This is definitely where the contract is hidden, but how do I get to it?
I'm starting to feel like New Game Plus wasn't really worth it here. They really skimp you on supplies. Especially healing items. That should do it. Oops.
Better get down there. Acknowledge psychological trauma. Break through the barriers of self-deceit. Temper manic behavior. Is this it? Is this the contract? Huh?
All right, off we go to a Norlondo.
Oh, Jeremy. How much pain and suffering you could have prevented.
Emily? What are you doing?
Detective, how is your investigation going?
Well, I still have no clue where Jeremy is, but I think I know why he's hiding. This place is full of lunatics planning to perform some kind of ritual tonight.
Well, that sounds ridiculous. Or rather would have just a day ago.
It gets worse. I have reason to believe they killed anyone who didn't want to go along with the plan.
Detective, have you encountered any monsters tonight?
I just told you, I think they killed people. Beauregard, the author, Perosi, the singer, Mr. Waits, the clerk, Mr. Chance, the gardener, they're all missing.
No, I mean, have you fired your gun tonight?
Of course not. They wouldn't just kill outsiders like that. It would bring too much attention. But you should keep your eyes open.
So you haven't seen anything strange? Been anywhere else?
What are you trying to tell me, Emily? Are you in some kind of danger? Let me drive you back to New Orleans. I think I have enough. You know, at least get the police to take a look at this case.
No, I'm fine. Thank you, Detective.
I'll find your uncle, Miss Hartwood. Just stay out of trouble.
You know, I was kind of hoping there'd be some, like, parallels going on here. And that, like, the paths kind of differentiate, but also converged at certain points. But it looks like just whoever you're controlling is the only one going through all of this.
He must first acknowledge psycho...
Ugh. I have got so little ammo. And I've got no healing items whatsoever. This sucks.
It's getting rough out there. I need the key.
If we can just get rid of Jeremy, everything will go back to normal.
That reminds me. I saw Miss Emily earlier. You remember her? You know she's Jeremy's niece.
She's looking for him.
That's right. She's helping us. In her own way.
As long as she don't stand in the way of the mother of 1,000 young.
I don't think she knows or cares about that. She just here for Jeremy. I've been more worried about that Detective Carnby fella. He's been snooping around asking all kinds of questions.
God, it hurts.
I wish you would stop doing that. Gives me the heebie-jeebies.
The orderlies, Baptiste and Lottie, were back at Derceto as well, like pieces of Emily's past haunting her. She couldn't figure out if they were on her side or not. And what was Lottie suffering from? It was almost night when Emily found herself back at Derceto. What exactly had she been doing? And what was Detective Carnby talking about? Did any of her findings make any sense? All she knew was that she wanted to figure out what the 3 steps to the contract entailed, and how this was connected to Dr. Gray.
God, this place looks like shit now.
What is going on here?
What did you expect from them? You created too much. There wasn't any room to breathe. Your reification rendered all possible worlds void. You took everything they could imagine and constrained it into something that you didn't even care about. Or maybe you did. Perhaps you cared the most of all. Maybe you tried to save them from themselves, and that is why you had to die.
We must have faith that Jeremy's pact with the Dark Man is a bluff.
Lunacy and the...
I don't want to run into the orderlies right now. I should find another way. I think Dr. Gray is in there. Maybe I can go snoop around his office then. It's blocked.
Mrs. Thompson,
goes the ladder.
I need the key. Mr. Waits must have had a spare key to Dr. Gray's office, but where? I need the key. I don't know the combination. Wait, maybe I do. It worked.
The last guest in the...
I need the key.
Hey, little lady, how's your evening been going?
Ups and downs, I suppose.
I hear that. We all live in the life of an elevator operator.
Are you all right, sweetie?
Do you want to see my mask, miss? I'm making it for St. John's.
How did you... Is that supposed to be my... Ow!
Oh. Hey!
You should learn your place, little girl.
Why are you acting this way? What did I ever do to you? Grace!
What a little...
Grace!
What a little brat!
The mask had reminded Emily of her father. It didn't seem like a chance connection, but a purposeful reference made by that child. How could Grace have known what he looked like, and that it would upset Emily so? And why would she use those words? Emily felt like it was beyond strange. It felt impossible. Did it even happen? Was she losing her mind?
At least he's breathing. I'll just let him sleep it off. I'll just borrow these.
Jeremy.
Oh, looks like the orderlies are gone.
Detective Carnby, I'm terribly sorry that my knee...
Brother, I need you to trust me.
Is there anything secret in here? Anything that they may have hidden? No, doesn't look like it. Yeah, this kid, Grace is being an absolute brat to Emily. She stabbed her in the ass with a syringe earlier in the game. Then she slapped her around.
Sometimes, I think this place makes me worse.
And I figured we would have found at least a drink in his room to take. Since he's always boozing it up.
Ruth, are you there? No, of course not.
Castle built the zoetrope as an exercise in animation. He is very interested in moving pictures and has even ordered an aeroscope camera for the colony. I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of phantasmagoria he will produce. For now, his zoetrope entertains me greatly. It's not the little man passing his head, while quite humorous. It's the spell of that flickering light as it rotates. I swear, it takes me back to my childhood in a most profound way.
All right. That was weird. Is there anything else besides the camera? Doesn't seem like it. Okay, now we got this open.
The empty room wasn't meant for patients, but many came and went anyway. Mr. Waits preferred to keep the door locked. He didn't consciously think so, but his primitive instincts wanted to keep visitors from entering in either direction.
This is my room. I belong here.
I'll wait here, alone in the dark. Clap. Death do us part, listen to me when I get back. Alright, so that's gotta be
I don't
918.
know the combination. Wait, maybe I do.
Yep, there we go. 918.
Darling, I finally found that photograph from my time in France during the war. I don't expect this to be your fiancé, but it did make me think of him. What an incredible man he must have been. You were lucky in a way. He could have been a nobody and died falling into the Mississippi. Instead, he volunteered to travel across the world to fight for people in despair, dying with honor like Achilles at Troy. I am jealous of you. Or maybe him. It's all incredibly romantic. That's what I wanted to say. Please feel free to use my camera if you want to. It might cheer you up. It might bring him closer to you. Even if just in memory. Ruth.
How long have I been here? Is this how you travel?
This is different.
Ships from Boston and New Orleans arrived yesterday over our gallant forces in France. These men will play a crucial role in helping our allies defend the innocent and defeat the German war machine. In trenches, they will defend themselves against the charging horde with razor-sharp ingenuity, all while planning how to advance the front with the use of artillery, machine guns, and pure American spirit. There are more things than bullets and explosives that can teach a man out of his God-given right to live. On the home front, a deadly influenza has claimed many lives. In New Orleans, almost 1,000 souls have perished in...
Well, it makes sense that she wouldn't have anything to do with Grace, like Carnby does. So, yeah, of course she would get something different. That's cool.
I'll find you, John.
That was the sound of audio distorting.
It was France, where John died. Maybe this meant she could save him.
Oh boy. Is that gonna fall when I get close? guess not. Okay, so it looks like there's just a dead end there. There's nothing there around. They're first aid boxes, but there's no drinks in them. Guess you can't just take the first aid and heal yourself with that, Emily?
John. John. John.
God, no supplies whatsoever. I've got no handgun bullets left. Well, keep in mind, Vice, that I'm playing on New Game Plus, which I assume it gave me all of my weapons and stuff right from the get-go, and I'm guessing like it just New Game Plus just automatically puts you on hard mode or something, because I'm just like barely scraping by, and I've got no healing items. I haven't.
Oh god, I thought I was done with you.
Oh wow, this monster is actually a thing for Emily. Wow. Jesus. Healing items don't go? Oh, finally. Thank you. Too bad I have to drink it right away. Oh, rip Emily.
There's nothing here.
I can't. I can't afford to get hit. I'm not gonna make it for this game if if they're being so stingy with supplies. Oh, great. One bullet. A gun with one bullet. And of course, no healing items. Stingy game. I think the game's falling apart. The audio hates this place. Game? What? I think something's not right here. God, my game just does not like this area. This is bad. Hello? With stuff like that. Oh god, I was gonna say everything wasn't rendered there. Oh wait, am I just... Oh, it's just a shortcut. Okay. Alright, that's fine then. This looks like a potential chase sequence. If I had to guess. Oh, maybe not.
I gotta run.
Oh, no, oh, no, I called it. Ha, idiot. That looks like a memory frozen in time.
Where is this? Where am I?
Emily woke to an overwhelming smell of musty earth and gluttonous thick air. Where was she?
I need the key. Oh, come on.
Why? What? That's bizarre.
That's better.
Oh, now it opens.
Emily was back at Derceto, but sealed inside a part of the basement that was no longer in use. This was clearly a mistake. Emily had confronted her trauma. She deserved her freedom to carry on with her work on the contract. This prison felt like an insult, like the dog man was cheating her. If he wasn't going to honor her progress, then she was on her own. Of all the paperwork left inside this place, there had to be some document showing her a way out. She just had to figure out what the rooms were and how they were sealed.
Okay, so we have all the things we need for the secret ending now.
Life is a stage play performed to no one, applauded by no one, and wanted by no one. A story already written, meant to play out in one way only. I wrote my book in order to explain that there might be more to life, that free will isn't truly free unless it moves against the expected. In retrospect, I think my ambition was hubristic. Yermi had a much more humble suggestion. What if we all just went home?
All the world's a stage, and we're just players on it. Okay, so it looks like there's only 2 Laganapes left. Lagniaps, however you want to call
Those in
them.
the refuge, June 17, 1919. It is with a heavy heart that I must declare the Derceto Refuge to be harmful beyond saving. As an emergency hospital, we have over the last 2 years treated hundreds of patients suffering the so-called Spanish flu. Unfortunately, our mortality numbers are unforgivable. While the influenza in itself was often successfully treated, many died of fungal infections and sudden acts of violent madness. In order to dismantle the refuge safely, building engineers will survey what parts of the house are especially contaminated by the peculiar rot discovered by Jean-Baptiste Tambois. The rot is believed to be the main perpetrator in spreading the deadly fungal infection, but also the cause of the incurable madness. The most afflicted rooms will then be sealed permanently to create a cordon sanitaire. As the dead seem to exacerbate the spreading of the fungal infection, all bodies that can't be cremated by tomorrow will be forever entombed inside Derceto's sealed section.
Oh, God.
The refuge was never meant to be permanent, and as the influenza epidemic seems to be in decline, it stands to reason that we shut the facility altogether. Many brave volunteers have helped for very little pay to treat those in need for almost 2 years, and we are forever in their debt. All surviving patients will be transferred to other medical facilities around New Orleans as soon as possible. At the end of the summer, we should be able to leave Derceto to recover. Dr. Isaac Herbert.
Man, this was an actual thing that happened after World War I, too, wasn't it? If you were lucky enough to survive the war, you might have just died to disease right after. They couldn't even burn all the bodies. They just had to seal them off and hope nobody ever ran into them ever again. Oh. Oh, Jesus. I'm guessing this goes in the middle. Is my map here actually going to help me solve this puzzle? So we're in the old archives right now. And below us is the morgue. So this is the archives. The disused repository. So there's the repository. There's... Quarantine goes over here. That's surgery. Okay, these are both the morgue. It's the archives, the laboratory, the repository, quarantine. There we go. Okay.
What's that?
Oh no. Don't look under there. Thanks, Dark Man. The truth.
The sign resembles a blessing, save that the first and little fingers are both folded beneath the thumb, whilst the second and third fingers are held up. This dark blessing is said to protect against evil, much like the sign of the horns, which is quite similar, but has a reverse schema. The truth is that the dark blessing is a sign of submission, a complete capitulation to our lesser selves. The sign only protects from evil in the sense that you become a part of it.
Alright. Alright, so I think we actually have what we need for Emily's bad ending, but the one thing we're missing...
John Marcus died at Derceto of the Spanish flu. Emily stopped visiting him because she didn't want to see him waste away. She adopted a lie because it felt better. Emily hated the pathetic man that passed away in Derceto, but she was very proud of the man she made up. A man who died a martyr in the trenches of France. This must have been the true trauma that the dog man specified in the contract. But why was it Emily's and not Jeremy's?
Let me check something real quick. Oh wait, chapter 2? What? Hold on. Can I do this with Carnby?
There's no way I can get into this thing. Better leave it alone. Hey, what do you know? I guessed the combination. Oh, Detective Carnby.
Look at all the free stuff I got. Alone in the dark. So you can only get this in chapter 2, and you have to have the prior knowledge of what the safe is to open it early in chapter 2.
The Hartwood curse is what they call it. There wasn't much of a vocabulary for mental illnesses back in the days. There are hardly enough now. The Hartwoods carry a troubling chemical imbalance in their brain, which they have managed to pass down through generations. As they grow old, they are overtaken by overwhelming melancholy that unavoidably leads to suicide. Oh, you want the real story? Well, who can say? It was written that way.
You beautiful bastard. How are you this good?
Carnby was...
Okay, well. Now we can go back to Emily again. Oh, so we still have to do this puzzle. Okay.
Radiography. Hypothetical psychosurgery.
Okay, so those three have to be fakes.
Tell us what they are saying. What are they saying?
What's this? Oh, that's better.
So... I'm gonna keep a screenshot of that so that I can keep track of which ones are fake and which ones are real. Or at least try to. No reason to go back down there. Okay, so bottom left is important. This one is also important. Now we just need to figure out which of these is the real one. That also goes with this. I think this might be the right one. Just gotta figure out which is the right way it goes. Okay, we got it.
I guess I never got a chance to look around this place.
Okay, so one of the things unlocks a hidden memory in the attic. I think this is it. Don't do it, Emily.
They're coming. I have freed hellish forces, and now the price must be paid. Derceto is the prey of evil. The sun has set. They will find my body, but will not have my soul. I can imagine the Master's fury and the terror in the hearts of his slaves. I hear their footsteps. Some may understand what I have done. May God forgive me. Farewell. What would happen if I refuse? Would the whole world come apart? Or would everything conspire to make a new story? Maybe one where I live. I'm sorry, Frederick.
The way he was talking at the start, I'm pretty sure that's almost verbatim, like one of the very first files that you find in Alone in the Dark. Like up in the attic where you have to seal off the room before enemies bust in. I'm almost positive that what he was saying, that file verbatim. Six, 4, 1. Oh, it's boat time again.
This feels familiar.